So, hello everybody. Seeing as I guess my loadouts video is, well, probably my most popular video, and my next popular one is live commentary that I, by the way, butchered in the last one, the word that is. I would try and combine it and, well, do a bit of like maybe inventory show off, I guess you could call it. Maybe tell a bit of stories about some of the things, um, stuff like that. Show off the items as well, I guess. Um, yeah, so let's get started. We have this Mega Strikes conga. So I tried to do some unboxing to get a taunt actually. I unboxed, I think in the end, 363. Um, like after a while, I like, well, like I think after maybe 100, I started like checking back and check how many I actually like bought of the crates and stuff. And then like after that, I just thought it were interesting to like figure out how many I like would unbox in the end. But in the end, the final count were 363 boxes. I didn't get a single unusual taunt whatsoever. It was the taunt wheels. Luckily, I had like, since it were one of those where you could put in a word, I had found one with like okay, like you wouldn't lose too much on in with like on what you could sell at. I think the conga were like one key back than the normal one. So whenever I got a conga, it were like it were refunded, but like the others would lose quite a lot of profit, stuff like that. Anyways, in the end, I'd sold like a lot of the things that I got from the box for keys and stuff, and I still had like, I don't know, 200, maybe 150 torn, stuff like that. And I ended up trading, I think, all of it for this conga, pretty much. I had a bit of spare, I think 25 keys in maybe pure after it. I don't know, maybe I sold some stuff, but I remember I also bought an Australian winch that I no longer have because I have this winch instead now. But I did buy that wrench too with some of it. Um, well, that's the story for that one. This one is a bit interesting because I was trying to buy it from a guy for like, I think it was 85 keys pure, and he did not want it. Later I get added and I see that's the same taunt, like same ID, stuff like that, or not directly added, but a guy makes a trade offer for me for 85 keys, this exact taunt. It's the same one that I offered on earlier, but it seems that it isn't the same owner. Apparently he bought it for a purple confetti Rex. Like, you can probably figure out how much the value is then. Like, I think he maybe saw my comment and were like, ah, I can get 85 keys for like, and then he offered that item up and got the taunt, and then he went to me and I got that for 85 keys. And there's this taunt. This was like a bit hard to get. What is it called? Let's see. You can do this to like show it off. I'll also show off the other taunts, I guess. Let's see the and then I'll get back to the story
Heck
about
yes.
that.
Slap my hand.
And then the conga, of course. You might have seen some of them in my videos, but like if this is the first video you watch, you might want to be like seeing them. I'm only gonna do them like spy and engineer because those are currently I could do it on pyro too. I do like pyro a lot, but yeah, I'm gonna show the pyro on them as well. Those are like my three favorite classes, I believe. I do like Sniper too, but I'm not always like efficient on him. I also do like Heavy and Medic a lot, but they're like not as fun, I believe. Or like with Medic, I'd rather just want to troll around and combat Medic stuff. This Scattergun, I were lucky to buy this on the Steam Community Market. Previously, it were like only available for I think 300 keys, some shit like that. So bought it up from the Community Market. Pretty happy with that. This one, I want to hunt to like get a non-strange one. Did I inspect this? Yeah, I did. Um, I was on the hunt to get like a non-strange one. Took a while, but like eventually somebody added me and had a non-strange one, and I could buy it. It's because I already have like the body part that I wanted in strange specifically for scout, and I didn't want like multiple counters. Um, don't have anything interesting to tell about this story. Just bought it for a lot of keys. Same with this one. I actually bought them on like the same day because, or I guess, yeah, because I want like both on isotopes for my demo man because I don't know. And then of course they've got the names that I gave them as in reflection to what I think of them, I believe. Um, and there's this. This was in the early days of gunmetal, and I kind of wanted to like get closer to collecting all. And I was like, oh, what the heck? I had a shell shocker before that, strange, I think minimal wear, but yeah, I got this for like pretty much like max price that you can price stuff on the Steam community market. So in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that because now it's like one third of that price maybe. Um, this one I kind of bought it for my heavy at first, but it kind of became my soldier hat, so I guess that's the story behind that. I used to have a brick house with hut, but then this one popped up actually very, very cheap on the community market, so I was just like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take that. And then I sold the other minigun. We've got this one. My first like heavy hat was the Dragonborn hat. It took me quite a long while to like figure out, as said with the team captain, that was the hat I thought I was going to be using for the heavy. But in the end, it became this one because it was the first hat I liked on heavy. And then I'm running this under it, of course. And we have this Medigun. I also paid max for that, but that's because I did want a battle scar because I don't know. I just felt like the Medigun looked best in battle scar, specifically this one. I like it's a bit more dark in it instead of orange, I guess. Not the biggest story there. This one, I thought like there were like pretty much thought that the last one I think got removed or some shit because under a back ban or something. I tried to like figure out. I wanted either this or an Uberstarman, I think it's called, but it doesn't exist with a reorbiting fire. But did end up getting this one. Was pretty expensive, but like pretty happy for it because it kind of think it like didn't exist or like there was zero in existence because the only one that existed were I think backband or some shit. Again, I don't really know. I don't even know if they remove items or something like that when like unusuals if they count a store purchased or not in terms of backband. But ended up finding it pretty happy for it. That's it. We've got this. I think this is the first one I bought because I don't know. I just felt like sniper. Everybody can relate to a sniper for some reason. Like it's minimal wear. Bought it like very very early gunmetal. That's about it, I guess. I as soon as I figured out that unusual strains like were a thing that it's not just like only unusual or strange, then I got totally hooked up and couldn't really find anyone with them, and this was the first one I found, so I bought it. And then I wanted a matching SMG, so I bought this. And we've got this, and I guess I just bought it for some keys because I wanted it, or via the community market where I like contacted the seller and got him to list it there because I prefer doing my purchases that way when they are in the range of the community market. Of course, they are painted, but they don't show up in preview. And then I got this. This is to match with my unusual SMG and sniper rifle. It really looks good when like the thing, and I still have like my smoking and purple Halloween fire that I like to have as a combo. We've got this. I got this very cheap for like 40 keys. Pretty happy with that. I don't really know. Like the seller seemed to just want to get rid of it. Honestly, I don't know. He might not have known fully, but I think he had just bought it for 40 keys as well, and then he wanted to get rid of it instantly. So I just bought it. Again, 100% not sure. This, I think I bought this after the sniper rifle and SMG over the community market as well for I think again max wallet. Really just wanted this shotgun for my pyro. Yeah, that's about it. And we've got this. This were actually marked as a dupe due to some error, I think, where it's like, I don't know. But anyways, I went in and like getting it verified with the backpack.tf, and they figured out it wasn't actually a dupe after all. So pretty nice for me. It was some of the things that really made me a bit, I guess, not happy. And we've got this, of course, it's painted black. Can't see it when doing this, but it's painted black. Every orbiting fire, really happy for that. Again, a combo thing. I've got this revolver. Um, I wanted a factory new one. Same with like my Black Dahlia. I wanted factory new of that one too at first, before I actually knew how like rare that was, and that I don't even think a factory new one of this exists in unusual strains. But well, in any ways, I kind of got persuaded and I went for it because of the blood stains here. I really like it, and then it's totally red in there. Pretty neat. I think it even have a bit of blood in there. Like pretty cool in my opinion. Got this, picked it off of the community market. I actually ended up like buying two there. Okay cheapest. I sold one for 300 keys and I kept this one. I later used those 300 keys to buy this taunt. Reverting back to the missing story on this one, I guess people are probably wondering why I skipped that one. It slipped my mind, but now it fits good with explaining how I managed to get this taunt. I ended up paying 250 keys for this one. Pretty good, I guess. Really like, again, purple Halloween. Really love purple Halloween stuff, so that's it. I always wanted smoking the Party Phantom or smoking Dacian Assassin, but since Dacian Assassin cannot be unusual for whatever reason, other promo items I guess like can, and like the anger. For me, the anger have always been like the snipers Dacian Assassin. I know the different universe, but it's like same kind of like head cover ish way, I guess. For me, they have always been like that, even though they're from totally different games, stuff like that. Yeah, I know. But my compromise of that was the Party Phantom. So one day I was just like, you know what, I actually wanna fulfill that dream I had like way back and get it finally. And then I got it. We've got this for my engineer. It's not unusual, of course, but have some like sentiments. I guess like I wanted the shotgun to more be pyro focused, as you can like see on the parts. And then I wanted like for my engineer, I would probably buy an unusual strange one if a black shotgun suddenly exists that can be unusual strange with hot, of course, to match the Dahlia and my wrench. I really like how it's like burned here, and I crafted this or traded this one up myself, and I'm pretty happy with it. I was also pretty lucky to actually get the battle scarred one that I wanted, with again the burn here, because I really like that. And we've got this. This was like the first thing that actually really made me very happy to get. At first I was like displeased with it because I wanted an isotopes. At first isotopes was my favorite effect. But I was like, well, I guess it's factory new, it's unusual strains. I did want it in factory new, so I went up and just bought it. And later I realized smoking and hot weapons actually look very good together. So I'm favorite weapon, pretty happy for it. Really like it. Yeah. Um, Speaking of that, I am looking to like for my soldier get maybe a Blizzard Rex at some point, and for demo I'll be getting some green effects so I can have smoking and the previous mentioned effects to like match with their weapons, but they aren't like high priority on my list right now because I don't like really enjoy playing soldier and demo as much as the other classes, I guess. Let's move on. This is my wrench that I had a kind of big issue trying to buy a wrench, and like the only one that I kind of thought I would have had with hot as well was like kind of slipped away from me. Um, the current one that bought it is trying to sell for 550 keys right now, which is quite silly when there's another one selling for about around, I guess, 300 keys range. But I ended up buying this for like full market value. I contacted owner that randomly popped up, like a guy that had recently unboxed it, I think. And then he thought it was a joke at first, and well, like, nah, this guy offered me like there was actually a guy joining in on the joke that said he would, like, I guess it's a sand cannon rocket launcher factory new unusual strains with I can't remember if he gave an effect, but he said, oh, I'll give you that for the range. And he was a soldier player, so he was more interested in that. He thought like everything was a joke, and then I was like, if you change your mind, add me. I like the way I came into contact with him as well was joining a rocket jump server that he were practicing on, because I was really interested in this range. In the end, he actually accepted my friend invite and were like, oh, this isn't a joke. Like, you actually want to buy it for that much as you want to buy it for? And then I'm like, yeah, hell yes, give it to me. Come on, let's do this. And then uh, I paid like a full Steam wallet for it, and then I guess he bought a lot of unusuals he really liked and stuff like that. We're very satisfied, and pretty good deal in his opinion, pretty good deal in my opinion, because I really wanted the wrench to finish my collection up. And we've got this. This was one of the more happy days because finally I would have a dual effect on my engineer. It also looks very good with the polar pullover, which was, I think, the second unusual I bought. I'll get to that in a bit, but pretty happy with that. One of my very happy days. Bought it pretty much instantly as soon as it was released. Maybe paid a bit too much, but how the price is right now, like it's actually worth more than I paid, I guess, due to the price it is now, of course. So now it's pretty good. We've got this. This was the thing that started it all. One metal were released, and I saw this on the market, and we're like, yeah, I can get this for like all my classes to have smoking on, and sound like a pretty good idea. So bought it and did that, and later I realized, oh, unusual strange weapons can be a thing. And then, sorry for that, and then it just escalated from there. Then we have this. This was like the first thing that I actually spent like real money on buying. I think 40 keys from the store just to get this torn because I wanted that. So that also kind of helped starting the thing. Um, I actually, this wasn't actually my second unusual because I did buy this and this before this. But so it's my fourth unusual, but it's, I meant like hardware wise, it's my second. My first was a pencil pusher for my engineer that I decided to like not have anymore because I had this now. Then I've got these here that like kind of for my nostalgic energy purpose where I like want to have like the hard hat. I did kind of want to have an unusual mining light with a reorbiting fire as well, so I could like mix it up a bit because I like the industrial festivizer takes up the head slot, so I'm pretty unsatisfied with that. And we've got this. There's like probably long story for another day. It is for sale on Outpost. This one also for sale on Outpost, but just keep in mind this one is really invaluable. Factory new unusual strains, isotopes. Again, story for another day. Probably might not even sell it, of course, but if I get a good enough offer, crazy enough offer, I'm gonna sell it because I really want to like get some pure. And this one, I just want to get it sold. It's minimal wear, pretty good. It's themed, I guess, stuff like that. Not asking too much for it. Like I know, like for field tester, one of these I got 300 keys, but I'm actually asking low for this because it is a pistol, and uh, I guess like for pistol engineers might be a good deal. For scouts might be a good deal. If you are not like high experienced trader, might not be like to your understanding how you would be able to get this. But if you do have experience in trading and interested in it, feel free to contact me. Might work out a deal, might even give a bit of discount. We'll see. Um, that's about it, I guess. And I'll end the video. Feel free to leave requests below, subscribe, tell your friends anything. I don't know all the things you would normally do. Feel free to do it. Leave comments as said below, suggestions, etc. Anything, and I'll see you next video.